Hey guys, super short video today. I just want to talk about playing some melodies on your mouthpiece. I'm going to play one or two melodies for you today. And you know, when you're practicing your mouthpiece in the way that we discussed in the two previous videos, I will link them in the description below, don't hesitate to practice some melodies also. So as I told you last time, what I like to do is to go back and forth between just the mouthpiece and the trombone, just to make sure that I'm practicing the mouthpiece in the right way, which means I repeat myself and I'll repeat myself again and again and again, not clinching and making this buzzy sound, but actually making this very airy sound with a lot of air that replicates the sensation of the trombone. And actually you should use more air on the mouthpiece than on the trombone because there's no resistance. Okay, so before we get started, if you're new on this channel, my name is Raph, and on this channel I give you a lot of exercises and some etudes, and we practice together. Right now I've just started again. I did some videos a few years ago, but now I'm starting again brand new, and we're focusing on basics, but we're gonna go into more intermediate things and more advanced things also. I just started a Patreon page so that you can support this channel if this is something that you'd like to do, and to say thank you for that support, I will send you all the PDF formats. I'm creating some little booklets so that you have warm-ups of every single month with different exercises for the low register, for the high register, some little etudes, etc, etc. So I will link everything in the description of this video below. So let's start on this little melody. I just took out my Arbon book, and I'm using the cornet book somehow. I'm on page 191, and it's the first from The Art of Phrasing. It's called Robin Air, and yeah, let's play the melody. So remember, when you're practicing your mouthpiece, always hold it with two fingers so that you don't put too much pressure on your chops. Have a nice and clean mouthpiece and a lot of air. So here we go. If you noticed a big bang on the attacks, this is because I do only air attacks. When I practice the mouthpiece, I do as many air attacks as possible. Sometimes I put a little bit of tongue, you've heard it, but often, especially at the beginning of a phrase, especially after the breath, air attack when practicing on the mouthpiece, it's really, really, really important. Why? Because it will force you to put more air so that the note speaks. Okay, folks, that's it for today's video. I wanted to make a really short one, just playing a short melody on the mouthpiece so that you can apply those exercises to music. Please do it. Please do it with the passages in your excerpts, and your etudes, and your concertos, whatever it is that you're practicing. And apply always the good technique. Remember, don't take shortcuts. Playing on the mouthpiece is really the right time. It's the good opportunity to see what movements you're making in your mouthpiece, the position of your tongue, the little shift that we talked about, like not making complete like those. I see a lot of trombone players and tuba players, like they play and they look kind of normal. I mean, as normal as you can when you play those instruments, and then suddenly they're like shifting with this huge movement because they're taking a shortcut because they can't really play those low notes in a more natural way. Now maybe they sound good, and you know, to each of his own, like if that works for them, good. But in this channel I really want to focus on practicing with a good technique, so that if you're in a musical context and you have those huge intervals, then you're not gonna just like, you're gonna be able to do it more naturally and just think of the air, the music, the melody, and the rhythm. So that's it for today. If you've not done so, please subscribe to this channel. In the next video we're going to be talking about the BERP, practicing with the burp. Somebody wrote a comment the other day about why don't I put my little finger on the tail of the mouthpiece to put a little bit more resistance. And the reason is that I want us to practice the airflow, but we are going to practice with the burp on the next video. And actually next video is going to be our last video for now on practicing with the mouthpiece. We're going to be practicing some other stuff starting next week. One thing that I really want to practice is tonguing in the low register and nice long phrases. We're going to be doing some slow but intense flexibility exercises, and we're going to build up our playing really from the foundations to very advanced stuff like practicing Carnival of Venice on the trombone. Why not? We're going to learn how to do it because we're going to learn properly. First we're going to learn single tonguing, then we're going to practice it, then we're going to learn double tonguing, we're going to practice it, we're going to learn triple tonguing, and then we can play some crazy stuff like Carnival of Venice and whatever it is that you want us to play. We're going to record some ensemble playings and a lot of cool stuff. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and check out my Patreon page. I would really appreciate if you want to support this channel. This is really the beginning of these trombone series. I was doing some trombone series a few years back, and then I was all over the place on my YouTube channel, but now we're really focusing on trombone, brass playing, bass trombone, euphonium, and technique basically, and music also a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to press the stop button because, as you know, I never stop talking. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. See you soon. Ciao.